Welcome to Nerdindex. Today we're reviewing Babanba Banban Ban Vampire. This had an old school anime vibe. There were also elements of BL and a 440-year age gap, if those things bother you. But as a vampire-obsessed Fujoshi, I was the target demographic for this show. The style of humor also really tickled my funny bone. The shenanigans they get into and watching the cast of characters riff off each other is really enjoyable.
It took a bit for the show to get going for me, but after a few episodes, it was an enjoyable watch.
I agree that the show might not be for everyone, and it is a little weird, but it's the silly kind of weird. So if you can put up with nearly episodic erections, which are censored, then the show's actually pretty good.
Who ended up being your favorite side character? I think Kaoru for me, the leader of the G4, ended up being my favorite.
She was a fun character because she would always be like, oh, I have to look tough, and then she'd be like in her thoughts dying over cute things all the time. But I also thought Rihito's dad was pretty funny whenever he was in the group too.
The grandpa's comments sometimes were also just really good addition to the jokes.
He's the only one that believed.
What moment would you say is a good example of the comedy in the show for you?
I think something that came up a lot but never got stale would be how Ranmaru was always completely open with them about being a vampire and telling them all his history in like feudal Japan, but they wouldn't believe him and just thought he was playing a character, so that whole situation would lead to a lot of funny jokes.
The best was when his older brother also joined them, and they kept saying, "Stop stealing Ranmaru's act."
Yeah. They're like, we've seen this all before, you can't fool me. The final episode was like a showcase of the characters and the defining moments of the show, but it left us with a cliffhanger of Ranmaru's vampire of origin coming back to Japan. So again, potential season 2, but probably won't happen. I had actually started watching this show weekly because I was really worried about its quality after I saw everybody's low reviews, but it ended up being something that I really looked forward to every Saturday. So this is a 7.5 out of 10 because of my vampire bias, and it made me laugh a lot.